Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And what a matchup this is. Two survivors of the expanded college football playoff grind, two of the top 4 seeds when it all began. Both sides have been challenged and pushed all year and through the playoff. Now it's time to find out who can take that final step, as we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. 1 game to determine the national championship. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. The Tigers offense in less than ideal position off that poor return. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These 2 teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
Grab down the middle. It's Brown. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Here's the second down play. There's the handoff. Tackle, but first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
And then first down, right back to the running game. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call.
Illegal offense.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Dropping back. It's Klubnik. The tight end makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. And he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Another great pickup on the ground here by a Clemson running back. And you know, if you're going to be a running back for Clemson, you have to be able to not just do that, but also you got to be able to catch the ball in the backfield because they're dangerous in the passing game as well.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Got him. He's sacked.
There are a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. The 9th play of a strong opening drive. It's 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. We'll see if he's got the leg from 49 yards out. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So the Kansas State Wildcats offense comes out for their first possession today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Looking for the wide out. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. On the run, it's Edwards. Fights through a tackle. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the handoff. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Powers through. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. And the Wildcats will have to kick it away. Finally, the first punt of the game, hoping to pin them back deep. Ball rolls dead, and the coverage team downs it right there.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. Of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but a little early nerves on the part of that receiver. That play makes it 2nd and 10. Quick throw, the catch is made. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Back to throw. It's Klubnik. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Play action fake, looking to throw. And here comes a deep shot. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
They'll give it to the running back. Fighting him off. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Caught behind the line. It's White. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him.
Refusing to be stopped on this play. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. First down and 10. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make some...
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Chris, there's another sack by a Clemson defender. And, you know, so often in football we get so caught up in the quarterbacks and the spread looks and the big explosive plays on offense.
Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. And they will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. He knocks this one right through. And we're all tied up now. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
Returner is brought down. Gets to start with the next drive. And one final play before the end of the quarter. They're going to run it. Mack gets the carry. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. We are deadlocked at the end of a fun, competitive first quarter. Let's check out the stats so far. And as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45, a solid gain.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
You know, on most of these counters, you leave the in man in the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen.
And the sophomore making an impact play.
Well, the reality with any screen pass is they usually take a little bit of time to develop. And though they often can hit big, sometimes they take too long to cook up, and sometimes you can get sacked.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Running back has it on the screen now. Football comes out, and the ball will bounce out of bounds, so they avoid the turnover. And the Tigers bring their punt team onto the field. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. And the runner takes off to his right. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
They're going to run it here. Some hard running there through a tackle. Shows off the moves there, but ultimately not much of a gain. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be looking to make a play deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th. The Wildcats will have to punt this one away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. First down here for this offense. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. The pocket breaking down. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? That gain moves the ball out near the 25.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Short throw complete to the tight end. But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Looking to throw. It's Johnson. Bringing pressure. Quarterback looking to scramble. The ball is loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right place, just the right time.
On first down, it's play action. Running out of time in the pocket. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. It's a quarterback keeper. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, that's the risk you take as a coach running this style of offense. And really, as a quarterback, you know that there's a chance you're going to get hit like that. And boy, did he get annihilated by this defense. I'm just happy that he got...
He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
The field goal is good.
Now, I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. The last possession, they coughed it up, but it only cost them a field goal. Great move in the open field. Look at that, he's still going. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. And it's a bunch formation. Try to catch the defense with the draw. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Back to pass. It's Johnson. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made after the completion. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pressure is coming. Down he goes. A sack.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll feed the back again. Oh, and he fumbles. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession.
Wow, that's just big-time awareness by his teammate to be able to scoop up that ball like it was a ground ball. As a result, the offense retains possession.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers, but he stopped short of the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. The Tigers will line up to kick it away. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there, and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Well, the power run is stuffed. Barely makes his way back to the line of scrimmage on that one. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. And the Wildcats will line up to punt it away. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Dropping back. It's Klubnik. He's running out of time here. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. And the gain just good enough for a first down. Quarterback drops back. Looking right. This one caught. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chance.
A sack on the play could not escape the pass rush.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up second and long. Defense is coming after him. The protection breaks down again. Back-to-back sacks. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. When the flag is out before the snap, the defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time.
Defense.
That neutral zone penalty pushes the ball up 5 yards. So it's third down, but out comes the field goal unit. They'll try to add 3 points before halftime. And it's good right down the middle. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Return begins inside the 10. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Testing the right side here. He shreds the tackle. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line, the eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And the Tigers will kick this away to get the second half going. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's an out route, the catch made, and he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. The completion sets up a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Johnson. Looking for his big tight end. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. That is a huge play. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line. A completion good for a 1st down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. On the ground, it's Edwards. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. Trying the run, it's Edwards. Second down after that previous play. And now the handoff. But the gain is just 1 yard. Sets up a 3rd and 9 now. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. And this one is right through. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Oh, and he dropped it. Very uncharacteristic play by this wide receiver. 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Here's an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't quite have the concentration or the focus necessary. Ends up dropping it before he can bring it in.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Oh, he misfires again. 3 in a row.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. They settled for a field goal in the last possession. They're looking for the end zone, no doubt, here. On the run, it's White. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake, looking to throw. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. Going to set up 3rd down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. And moves the ball to the 35 and another 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And the single back takes the handoff. Fights off a defender. Brought to the turf, but made the first man miss on the way to the 1st down.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. Kansas State has moved into the red zone now. And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Kansas State. They will claim the second-half lead.
Ah, the hammer. Second down and goal. Who better than the big fullback to get behind that big bruising offensive line? Old school touchdown for this offense.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? And looking to throw now on first down. It's a quick grab.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Now it's second down here. And here's the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The Tigers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the option play. The back's got it on the pitch. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackled, but not before picking up big yards and a first down. Defense couldn't stop the option that time. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. That completion makes it second down. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson. Here's the point after attempt.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Catch made on the out route. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. They punted 4 times already, on the verge of a 5th. They can't convert this third down. To throw, it's Johnson. Contact as he let the ball go. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. The offense continuing to build momentum. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Boy, a great play here by a Clemson defender. It makes you think of all these great Clemson defenders they've had over the years, like the Fridge or Daquan Bowers, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, and, of course, most recently, Miles Murphy, who got drafted just a few years ago. Always great defensive lineman, allows this defense to be athletic. And with players like this, it's just a defense you do not want to face.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Oh, but he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today. But it's going to bring up 4th down. And the Wildcats will send their punt team onto the field. On the kick now for the 5th time today. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. On the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Handoff to the back. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. And the Tigers will have to kick this away. That's already his 5th punt of the game. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for a deep completion. Deep shot caught inside the 25. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So no return here. He takes in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Another positive gain by this back. I'm telling you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
And it's Kansas State on top now, Kurt. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. And here we go. It all comes down to this. Everything to play for. 1 quarter to decide who will win the national championship. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Here comes a handoff. And he's brought down, but it's a 1st down, spotted near the 41.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that 1st down marker. A few more runs like this, he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Physical run earns the 1st down.
Now this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. Ball handed off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. 6th play of the drive coming up. Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. Snags the quick throw. And he's brought down just short of the mark for him that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the 1st down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Finding some room at the 25. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
It makes sense going for it here. Kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And they'll step out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage there. The defense pursuit forced him out. 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again. To the tune of, Chris, get this, 7.
Pressure comes, and once again, no escape.
Man, this pass rush has gotten home so many times. As an offense, I know you're down, but you gotta try to mix it up. Maybe roll the quarterback out. Have your backs and tight ends chip at the line. Anything they can do, because what they've done up to this point, it's just not working.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Looking for a gap, it's Edwards. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. So a very makeable 3rd down for the offense with a 29. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Looking to pass. It's Johnson. Catch made over the middle. Oh, what a move. Goes right through the tackle. He's got room to run now.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes this defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33. Kansas State getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. He'll hand it off. Eludes a tackle. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Now, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. They can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They're behind the sticks on 2nd and long here from the 12. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the tailback's got it again. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. 3rd down, and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab behind the line, it's Williams. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Looking to pass, it's Klubnik. Lets it go quickly. The senior quarterback lucky that didn't get picked off.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
This time, a completion. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Looking to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Brought down at the 46 and good enough for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together.
And is intercepted. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
He's found some room at the 45. They finally get him, but it's across midfield. Big gain to the 33. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Football knocked loose in the backfield. Looks like the defense has it.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
Looking to throw it on first down. Makes a quick grab. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made over the middle. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45. The Tigers looking to crank up the tempo a bit. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can.
It leads to second down.
Empty set now, 5 wide. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Catch made over the middle. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry.
The throw falls incomplete. It's now second down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. And the quarterback will just clock the football.
For the offense. The pass attempt falls incomplete.
Important second down play coming up.
Second down.
And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. They'll be tackled. They'll have to wait and see what this penalty marker is about. So that offensive penalty will be declined by the defense. They're happy to take the result of that play. 7th play of the drive coming up, but it is third down and long. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment. Here we are late in a one-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete. And the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. Second down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it again. Breaking tackles. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock.
Timeout, Kansas State.
That's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. The tackle is made, and now it's official. We have our national champions. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the Kansas State Wildcats.